love doing stand-up for crowds because this right here reminds me of assembly in grade school. And assembly was the only part of school that I ever liked. Once you're out of school, you never get to have assembly. This is the closest thing we get in adult life to assembly. Because look at you all. You're just sitting there in chairs, looking at a guy who has absolutely no expertise, who's gonna talk for a while. Although, this is different than assembly. You knew this was coming. Back in school, you never knew assembly was coming. You'd walk into the classroom and your teacher would be like, put down your stuff, go to the gym. And you'd be like, oh, I guess they're finally gonna kill us all. Well, this is younger than I thought, but we are pretty big assholes. You'd get into the gym and the whole school would be there. You'd be like, what are we, about to graduate from Tuesday? My teacher would always come to kick things off. She'd be like, children, rather than continue to teach you all how to read, we've cleared the entire day for this random guy. I used to smoke crack. As you 7 and 8-year-olds know, freebasing is the greatest euphoria known to man. Well, I'm here to tell you there's hope. I've been sober now 2 weeks. Well, weekdays, not weekends. Weekends, that's Nunzio's time. One time, my social studies teacher said to me, sit up straight, show some respect. I'm like, this man's smoking cocaine. Sit up straight, he's standing at a 45-degree angle, or as crackheads like to call it, first position. Yeah, they'd always have that second assembly after the first one to yell at you for how you acted. They'd be like, I want to talk about what happened yesterday. You're like 7 years old, like, what's yesterday? We invite a woman with straight gray hair and a denim dress with a wrist cast, with homemade puppets to teach you all about bullying through skits, and you ha ha ha, laugh it up. What was so funny about that woman? I want to know. What was so funny about when she couldn't fit the box of puppets in the back of her Dodge Neon? What was so funny that you all had to run to the window? Well, I hope you all know that you lost a very valuable lesson in the danger of cliques. What's a clique? It's when a group of people hang out together. Oh, so you mean like having friends? No, because these people make fun of other people. Oh, so you mean like having friends? My favorite assembly of all, stranger danger. Yeah, the hottest ticket in town, the Bruno Mars of assemblies. You are gathered all together and told to never talk to an adult that you don't know. And you are told all of this by an adult that you don't know. We had the same stranger danger speaker every year. His name was Detective J.J. Bittenbinder. Go on, laugh. His name was ridiculous. That was his name. Detective J.J. Bittenbinder from the Chicago Police Department. He was a child homicide expert and... Ooh, very sorry. Did that make you all uncomfortable? Well, guess what? We're all almost adults, and he's not even here. So imagine being 7 years old, you're sitting 5 feet away from him, he's still got blood on his shoes, and he has come to tell you for the first time in your very young life that some adults find you incredibly attractive, and they may just have to kill you for it. Oh well, c'est la vie, go be kids, go have fun. Bittenbinder was the weirdest person I met in my entire life. He was the man most acquainted with misery. He could look at a child and guess the price of their coffin. Bittenbinder came every year to teach us about the violent world waiting for us outside the school gym with a program called Street Smarts with Detective J.J. Bittenbinder. Shut up, you're all gonna die. Street Smarts! That was the general tone of it. He gave us tips and tricks on how to deal with crime. I will share some of these tips with you today. Tip number 1, street smarts. Let's say a guy pulls a knife on you to mug you. You remember the scourge of muggings in 2nd to 3rd grade. You know how a mugger thinks. Man, I really need cash for drugs. Hey, maybe the kid over there with the dang Aladdin wallet that only has blank photo laminate papers may be able to help. Let's say a guy pulls a knife on you to mug you. What do? You go fumbling for your wallet, and you go fumbling for your wallet. Well, in that split second, that's when he's gonna stab you. So, here's what you do. You kids get yourselves a silver money clip, okay? You can get these at any haberdashery. You get a $50 bill, put the bill into the money clip, then when the guy comes towards you, you go, you want it? Go get it! And then run the other way. And our teachers are like, write that down. So we're like, buy a silver money clip. Engraved question mark. We go home to our parents. We're like, hey Dad, can I have a silver money clip and a $50 bill? Don't worry, I'll only chuck it into the gutter at the first sign of trouble. The man in the mustache told me to do it. Tip number 2, street smarts. Let's say a guy kidnaps you and throws you in the back of a trunk. This was at 9 in the morning. Let's say get kidnapped and thrown in the back of a trunk. Don't panic. Once you get your bearings, find the carpet that covers the taillight. Peel back the carpet. Make a fist. Punch out the taillight, thus creating a hole in the back of the automobile. Then stick your little hand out and wave to oncoming motorists to let them know that something hinky's going on. Can you imagine driving behind that? I think they're turning left. Tip number 3, street smarts. In the biz, the place where the guy takes you, that's what we call the primary location, okay? Your odds of getting out alive from the primary location, about 60%. But if the guy takes you to a secondary location, your odds of coming out alive are slim to none. You kids have no upper body strength. We're like, we know, but hey, you kids have no upper body strength. If a guy's coming at you, you can't fight him off with fists. So here's what you do. You jump onto your back and you start kicking upwards. That'll throw him off his rhythm. That was a big thing with Bittenbinder, throwing pedophiles off their rhythm. He won't know what to do with 2 little sneakers coming at him. If the Lindenberg baby had steel toe boots, he'd still be alive today. Street smarts! Yeah, he wasn't a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down kind of guy. He was more like, brush your teeth, boom, orange juice. That's life. Bittenbinder didn't want us to not get kidnapped. He wanted us to almost get kidnapped and then fight the guy off using some psycho backroom Chicago violence. Like, here's what he wanted to see on TV. And we're here with John Mulaney, 7 years old, who currently just fended off a kidnapper earlier this morning. John, how'd you do it? Well, thank you for asking. I used the Bittenbinder method. Once I saw the perp approaching, I chewed up a tab of Alka-Seltzer that I keep on me at all times. This created a foaming at the mouth appearance, which made it look like I had rabies. Now I've thrown him off his rhythm. Then I reached into his jacket pocket where I planted to grab my Coke earlier, and I go, whoa, what is this? And he's like, I ain't never seen that before, and that's not mine. And I go, boo-hoo-hoo, it's in your jacket pocket. Now you're doing 2 to 10 and your kids are in social services. Now he's crying. Then I grab a phone book and I beat him on the torso with it. Because as any good Chicago cop knows, a phone book doesn't leave bruises. And we're here with 7-year-old John Mulaney, currently being sued for police brutality.